So, Brian, do you remember that night?
Mm-hmm.
We were at a party, Martin Luther King Day, out on the dance floor, and all of a sudden, this rap that is infused with the I Have a Dream speech, and there was this amazing energy in the room. You could feel it. And I remember thinking, Martin Rising. I would say that while that was very important, this book is really decades in the making. I would say that it started when I was 7 years old, and my very own daddy spoke to our congregation about Martin Luther King's life and tragic death. 3 words have held on to me from that day. 3 words: peace, good, dream. Those words, the beginnings of a poem that ignited this little girl's soul. And that's why I've crafted the narrative for Martin Rising in a series of docu-poems, a requiem that's set against the backdrop of the Memphis sanitation worker strike of 1968, then takes us into the darkest moments leading up to Martin's assassination, but that also help us rise above that ugly memory to celebrate those words, peace and good. And as the writing flowed, I just kept imagining this visual embroidery that you would bring to it, Brian, the emotion that you would bring.
I really wanted to create visual poetry that went along with your poetry. And I wanted the reader to really feel engaged when they looked at my artwork, to feel the compassion and the dignity and the nobility of Martin Luther King and the civil rights workers.
Well, my darling, you have done that very successfully, very beautifully. Your
Thank you.
images have such a luminescent quality to them. You know, they're almost like a stained glass window, or like the clouds when the sun appears. We hope that this love letter to Martin will bring Martin Luther King Jr.'s message to a whole new generation of readers, and will encourage young people to climb to their own mountaintops of understanding.